everyone, it's May and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a book writing vlog, but I still thought that I would start out by just telling you guys kind of like what's going on, and then I'll kind of have a little conclusion to it at the end too. I am in my normal filming setup with this background, but you might have noticed that it looks a little bit different behind it. That was because I'm home and no longer in my apartment. If you have not been keeping up with my vlogs, I ended up deciding to go home because of the whole coronavirus thing. And so yeah, I've just been chilling in my house, and I will be there for the rest of the semester now because I'm moving out of my apartment. So yeah, that is that. Since this whole thing started, I really haven't been writing that much. We basically had like an extra spring break. We had an extra week off of school when they like had classes canceled for a minute. But I really didn't write that much then. And then we had 1 week of classes, or like a week and a half or something. And now it's spring break, and like I'm not trying to beat myself up. Like this is like a really scary like time. We're dealing with a lot of unknowns. I don't want to be like, oh, like I'm not getting enough done or whatever. But for this spring break, I really did want to like give myself some kind of goal or like schedule to like get things done, because now I'm home, I'm settled in, I'm unpacked, and I am gonna have a lot of responsibilities in the next 6 weeks and like homework and stuff, and that's also part of what I want to get done over break. But I just wanted to set guidelines so that I wouldn't get to the end of spring break and be like, oh, all I did was lying around in my pajamas and not do anything. Because as much as I want to like rest and recharge, I don't want to like get to the end of the break and feel like I didn't use my time. And I still do have to write for directed studies. So yeah, so basically I thought about doing like a word count thing, like trying to write like 1,000 words a day or something, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna do a time, because I figured like some days I want to work on certain parts of things, and it's just, I might try to do that like over this summer if I have some time, where I'll have a week where I like try to write a whole bunch or something if I'm like working on drafting. Why does this chair keep moving? I'm working on drafting like one project or something. But I just didn't want to like set the bar that high. So basically what I've said is I'm trying to do 2 hours of homework a day and 2 hours of writing. And so far it's still been dragging out like through the entire day, because I'll do like 30 minutes and then I'll have to take a break to like make a meal or wash dishes or get dressed or work out or something. And like I don't do it all at once, because I mean I can't focus for 2 hours anyway. Like I don't know anyone who can. Like I would like take breaks, but like the point is that I have a stopwatch going, so I have to allocate that time to whatever I'm working on. But I have been pretty productive, even though it's still been like dragging out throughout the whole day. So yeah, I am not restricting myself to just working on spring break book. I thought about that originally, but I'm not always inspired to work on just one thing. Like I do see that it's beneficial to work on just one project at a time, because then you can like get really into that world and those characters. But then when you hit writer's block on that, like I don't find it beneficial to try to push through that. Like I want to work on something else and get my mind off of that completely, and then come back to it with maybe some new perspective. So far, today's day 2. I didn't vlog yesterday, but today's day 2, and all I've been working on so far is outlining a new book. I know, roast me. So Jillian and I were talking, and I was talking about how much I wanted to work on like my study abroad book. I had started this book, it's like sophomore year, about a girl who studies abroad in Paris, and then when I went to Paris, I realized that a lot of things about it weren't very accurate, at least for like the school I had the girl go to and stuff. And then I got all these ideas for another book that's completely unrelated to that one. And I was like, I can't write 2 books about someone studying abroad in Paris. Like that's just weird. So I was like, I can't write this new one. I'm just gonna like figure out the old one. But the old one has a lot of problems. It has a big plot problem, and I really, really, really like what I had of that book. Like when I go back and reread it, I'm just like, oh. But it's just not, it's not working. And so what I'm gonna do is put that aside, and I figure that I can come back to it at some point and maybe rewrite it so that it's not a study abroad. Like maybe the girl teaches abroad or has some other reason for going there, but it's not the same like study abroad thing. Or maybe I could make 2 books about study abroad in Paris. I don't know. But the point is that I just had all these ideas for this new book floating around, and I really just wanted to get those down, because I had written like kind of like a 2-paragraph summary of what it would be, but I want to like actually do it. So I've been working on outlining that, and that's been taking forever. Like, guys, it is so hard to start from nothing, and like you think you know, you're like, oh, I have this idea and this idea, but it's like, wait, there's so much to figure out about a character's family life, friends at home, like all this stuff before you can even start. Like, you really have to know your character, so I feel like I have to get all this background out of the way. There's a lot of characters in this book. There's a lot, so it's going to be really important that I make them have really distinct characteristics and be like unique enough. Also, kind of unrelated, but you guys know that I was originally writing third-person book, and then I changed it into fantasy book, and I basically just kept the characters more or less, but I changed the plot completely. And I was just looking at that book, and I was really sad because there were some parts that I really liked, but there's kind of like a thread that was in that book that I'm now putting in the study abroad book, so I'm really happy that I like have something that I get to take out of it, because I hate abandoning books. I hate it, because like I put all this work into it and I really like it, and it's so hard for me to admit that it's not working. Like when I started writing a sequel to my first book and when I started third person book, I now look back at third person book and I can look at it and be like, this wasn't going to work, and I'm glad that I changed it into this other thing, but I just feel like you lose so much, and there's scenes that, yes, you can probably take parts of it into other things, but not all of it. Like, you're gonna lose something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is that I'm taking part of it for a study abroad book, so that's cool. And yeah, I have like a pretty good idea of the plot. I'm just not really sure about the ending. Not sure if I want it to just be an epilogue or like, I feel like I leave things way too unresolved. Just do an epilogue. I don't really know. We're gonna figure that out. And then the other projects that I'm trying to work on are fantasy book. Talked to Jillian about that too, and we kind of figured out what the first couple chapters should have in them before the fantasy aspect really kicks up. So there's that. And then I have second book that I want to work on, and my other book that I started a while ago, I want to work on outlining that one too. So I can have like a good balance of like drafting and outlining for the rest of the semester. I like that, because drafting can get really exhausting. And outlining can get exhausting too. It's so funny. I think my Google server probably thinks that I'm pregnant because I've had Nameberry open like all day yesterday and today, because I just like, I have a name in my mind, and I'm like, okay, I want a name like this but not really like this, and I'll like look up names that are like this name, or like last names that have a certain origin or start with a certain letter. It's just coming up with characters' names is a struggle, y'all. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll let you know how it goes. I really do need to work on drafting Spring Break book. I can't just like abandon that, because like I actually need to do that. And I have a couple scenes in mind that I want to do. Also, this hit me when I was having a dilemma on like what to do for one of my kind of dilemmas for that book. Is like, if I keep it the way it is and then I do this thing that I want to do in study abroad book, it's going to be kind of like a repeated thread, so maybe I should change it. I don't know, guys. Anyway, so that's where we are right now, and I will update you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Thursday, aka day, I don't even know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day 5. So yeah, this kind of has failed as a vlog because I have not been vlogging. But it was going really well. On Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, I wrote for 2 hours. I got a lot done. Oh, actually, I only started this on Monday, not Sunday, so it really hasn't been that long. But anyway, I didn't actually end up getting to writing at all yesterday. I just like got up super late, and I still got my 2 hours of homework done, but then I just like never actually got to the writing part. Yeah, the 2 hours thing, like, it really hasn't been working out all that great, you guys. Like, I don't even get up until like 10, which is really bad. Yesterday it was 11:30, but usually it's like 10, 10:30, or 11. That's so bad because I need to be like ready and have eaten by then. But next week, like when class and work starts again, like this is not a good pattern to be getting into, because I don't want to be like in my pajamas without having eaten logging on to my work. Like, no, like I need to be ready before then, so I'm gonna need to like completely readjust my sleep schedule. But anyway, then it's like, okay, I make my breakfast, and then I do some homework, and then I take a break and do some more homework. It just drags out forever because I have to take breaks, and sometimes I do a workout, sometimes I go for a walk, I make lunch, like it just takes forever, and then I end up taking breaks and it drags out into like 4 hours. But I have been getting a lot of homework done. It's been forcing me to get my work done, which is really good. because I was super, I don't know why I'm still wearing my AirPods. I was super behind in my linguistics class, and I've been slowly but surely catching up. Today, I finally caught up on all the study questions. If you guys know, last time, I didn't know that we actually had to do them. I thought they were discussion questions because I'm an idiot sometimes, and I had to do all of them right before the midterm, which was brutal. So I was getting behind on them for this segment of the semester too, but I finally got caught up on everything. I started one of my essays, I have to start the other one, and then I have 2 more readings that I want to do, and I'm also working on studying for our grammar quiz because we have one on Tuesday, and this chapter was really freaking hard, you guys, so I'm gonna make like a study guide for that. But anyway, this is not about homework, it's supposed to be about writing. So I did my 2 hours of homework today, and now I'm starting my 2 hours of writing. It's like 4 p.m. right now, and I'm doing a yoga class through the rec center on Zoom at 5. So grateful that the rec center is offering these classes. They don't have everything, but they have like yoga. They have a Zumba class, not the one I did, but a different one I think, and they have like Pilates and something else. But yeah, so that's really cool. I'm gonna try to get a little bit done before then. I think I'm gonna work on outlining for my study abroad book, and then I might work a little bit on second book and or spring break book later. I was like having a really good flow with spring break book, but I've just been getting really sick of it, and like I'm just trying to write this one thing and it feels like it's dragging out forever. Like it's like these 2 days, and it's just like I keep coming up with more stuff to put in it, and y'all, I'm at over 100k words in that friggin' document. It's over 200 pages single space in a Google Doc, which is wild. And it's not actually gonna end up being that long because right now I have like both ways that I wrote that one section in there. I don't know if you guys have been following my videos, but I explained it before, like I wrote this one section in 2 different ways. So that will probably cut, one of them's longer, so it'll probably cut between like 5 and 10k words when I decide which one I'm using or alter it or whatever, but I'm not actually done writing it, so it's still gonna be over 100 freaking k. That's not good. It's a lot of words. But anyway, that is what I'm going to be working on right now. Hey guys, so I officially have failed so hard. It is now the next Thursday. So I first talked to you guys like right before spring break, then I think I vlogged once, and now it's the Thursday after spring break. I really failed. Like I only did my actual 2 hours of writing for like maybe 3-4 days, and then everything just kind of like, I don't know, it just did not work. And like it's okay, like I still got some stuff done, but what I'm realizing is that I just really need to take a break from spring break book because I'm just getting like really just like bogged down in it, and I just need to like set it aside. I actually don't know what's going on with directed studies right now because like I emailed my professor, but he hasn't responded, so like I don't even know if we're meeting today. But I think like when we do start meeting again, I want to like switch gears to my other book because we were gonna do that around this time anyway and start like editing that. And I'm gonna be working on drafting my new book that I have been getting inspiration for that I talked about. So yeah, that's what I like feel like doing right now, so I'm just gonna go with it. I was supposed to work on like second book and like my other book, and I just didn't. Like maybe like this summer or something I'll start working on the other ones, but right now I just really have a lot of inspiration for my new study abroad book, and I did all my outlines and I'm starting to draft it. So yeah, that's what's up, and I will make another video probably before the end of the semester talking about how everything went. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!